I use the samurai as an example, right? Or the
Yep.
Spartan warriors, right? The Spartan warriors, who did they serve? Well, they served their community.
Okay.
They served their community. They served Sparta. They served Sparta. They served their king. The samurai served the shogun or their leader. Do you know what I mean? They needed to know, who they served. So this is what he would say to us: who do you serve? As a warrior, who do you serve? Do you serve yourself and your own desires and your own self-interest, or do you serve the greater good? But first, you need to think more locally.
Yeah.
Who you serve. And I realized it's my family. But I had neglected my family. I would just hang out with the boys. I'd get on my Harley and go for rides, hang out with the boys and come back, 2 days later.
Yeah.
And my poor wife was left alone. I was always out, riding with the boys. I was always out at the gym. I was always out,
Because you were selfish?
Yeah, I was selfish.
Yeah.
I was very, very selfish because I served myself. When I was asked, who do you serve? The response to that question was, I serve myself. And I needed to change that. First, I serve my family. Now, at that time, my wife and I had broken up, but I needed to still protect her, to serve her, to help her, because she was a mother in my kids. That was a powerful mindset that my instructor taught me. Don't see her as the enemy, but as a mother of your children. So I also needed to serve the greater good, something greater than myself, to make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
Now, part of the 12-step program, of course, is giving back.
Service
to others.
Yeah.
So I needed to focus on my family, and I needed to focus on others who are struggling with addiction, struggling with anger, struggling with their own inner demons that are often the creation as a result of their trauma or their own making or their own thinking. I So that's one of the virtues of the warrior. But the other virtue is self-control. How do I gain self-control? Whenever the urge would come, I'd give in.
Yes.
I'd have to take something. I'd have to drink. Or whenever I was dealing with my emotions. So I learned.
Self-will?
Yeah. Well, I learned stoic protocols in a sense. My instructor taught me certain stoic protocols to acknowledge that feelings are real, but they are not our master, right? So firstly, to change my attitude towards it, to externalize it, but also to learn to become disciplined. So my physical training and putting myself and living a Spartan lifestyle, in a sense, very, very, very Spartan lifestyle, in order to gain self-control. But I put my body under extreme pressure, under extreme pain. I pushed it to the point where it ripped apart practically,
Was that punishing yourself?
It was about gaining,
possibly,
but it was also about gaining self-control and realizing that emotions can lie to you. Emotions change like the wind.
Yeah.
So when an emotion came, when an anger, when I felt the urge to hurt somebody because they pissed me off, when I felt the urge to drink, to take away, the depression, I began to examine it objectively. It's almost like I looked at it objectively, and I was able to quantify it, qualify it, and say it is an emotion. Am I going to let that emotion control my destiny, my path?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because what is the greater good? The greater good is to love my children unconditionally, to love their mother unconditionally, right? And to make a difference in the world. My goal shifted. I knew what I had to do.
Yeah.
So I was becoming who I was, because I remember my martial arts instructor said to me, "Who are you?" I said, "Joe." No, who are you really?
Yeah.
What are you? And I couldn't answer that. And I said to him, "Why is that important?" He said to me, "Because if you don't decide who you are and what kind of man you want to be, you become what others expect of you." What do people expect of you? Well, whenever there's a fight, I'm going to be there to back them up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So how does that look for you now on who you want to be?
I am a protector. I've always been a protector.